Hello everybody and welcome back for some weekly VR news. As always, I am Mateo311 and this is your channel for everything VR related. Today, like normal, we have some new game releases, announcements, and updates. There's also a massive summer game sale running, and it also looks like we're getting a special edition Xbox Quest 3S. And on that note, allow me to introduce you guys to the Questbox 360! Alright, I apologize for that. I am a dad, and dad jokes are just ingrained in me, so I had to. But we will talk about that rumor, but let's just start things off with the check-in. Now, for those new to the channel, the check-in is whenever I discuss whatever I've been currently playing or just up to in the VR world. And unfortunately, this week, it's been zero. My kids are home from school. They don't start camp until next week. So it's just been like outside, play in the pool, and stuff like that. I did absolutely nothing VR related, except for this super secret project I've been working on for quite some time that I think I'll be able to tell you guys about in like 4 to 8 weeks. So I'm looking forward to that. But that's it, nothing else to mention, so let's get into this week's new releases. First up is the free space station experience Haven 1. If you enjoy those interactive worlds where you can explore and learn something in the process, well, Haven 1 is designed to show off the first ever potential commercial space station. Now, based on the amount of space rockets that have blown up recently, I'm going to say virtual reality is definitely one of the best ways to explore this world right now, and experiencing the immersion of exotic locations is one of the things that VR delivers better than any other platform. Now, also available right now is the multiplayer mode to the absolutely viral title, I Am Cat. I don't think anyone truly expected that going around acting like a jerk and being a cat would be something that the VR community was totally into, but then again, I never expected Beat Saber or Gorilla Tag to take off either. So you never truly know what's going to be the next killer experience, but gameplay is almost always better when you get to bring some friends along, so I'm sure people will enjoy some new multiplayer mischief. But if you prefer some dark, gritty, violent VR games, I'm happy to announce that Undead Citadel is releasing this week on the PlayStation VR 2. This is a story-driven action-adventure title with physics-based combat that previously released on the MetaQuest and PSVR. Now, there were a lot of aspects of this game that I really enjoyed. However, at release, I struggled to connect with the combat system. Something just felt off to me, but there have been plenty of updates since then, so maybe I'll take this new release as the opportunity to jump back in. But what do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments. Should I cover the PlayStation VR 2 version of this game? Now, for the survival fans out there, we are getting the early access release of Neolithic Dawn. This is a physics-based co-op survival game taking place in 10,000 BC North America. So your diet's gonna go paleo as you turn into a hunter-gatherer in this civilization lost to the ages. You get to travel across 5 open world maps that not only have night and day cycles, but also dynamic seasons, and you'll also have the option to tame and battle against some prehistoric animals. Now, I'm not the biggest survival game fan, but the concept here is awesome, and I definitely want to jump in with a buddy. Titled Table Troopers. While cosmetically, it does look a little bit too kidsy for my liking, it does, however, remind me of some XCOM style gameplay. It looks like turn-based combat mixed with the destruction of angry birds. Now, overall, I'm not expecting much from a mixed reality title. They're usually much smaller in scope than VR games, but I will say this looks pretty damn cool, and I value gameplay over everything else. Now, if you're not interested in any of these new games, don't worry, because the Quest Summer Sale is running until June 29th, and you can get titles for up to 50% off. Included on that list is massive titles like Behemoth and Alien Rogue Incursion, but basically everything has some sort of discount, and there's even some massive bundle deals out there, like the workout-themed Triple Sweat VR bundle that includes the awesome physically active titles Racket Club, Pistol Whip, and Synth Riders. Now, I always include a link in the description to all of the sales that are going on, and also any other affiliate or discount codes I may have. But let's move into new game announcements and updates, starting with Unloop from the team that brought us Into the Radius. This is a puzzle title where you constantly clone yourself and need to work together in order to make it through. Now, this does remind me a bit of We Are One, but mechanically that game was not quite the same. Now, with this being such a strong diversion from Into the Radius, an absolutely fantastic game, I'm not only curious to try this one out, but to see if they have the same level of success in a new genre. Now, in terms of game update news, I have 2 unfortunate stories to go over, and the first is Beat Games discontinuing Beat Saber updates for the PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5. The multiplayer is also scheduled to go offline sometime in 2026. Additionally, the military sim Onward will no longer be receiving updates, and the remaining members of the team have been absorbed into Camouflage Studios. So definitely not good news for the fans of Onward, but as someone who loves everything that Camouflage Studio makes, I'm happy to see they're getting some new blood. Now, moving into new hardware news, before we get to that special Xbox Edition Quest, we have new Meta glasses coming from both Oakley and Prada. It's basically the same thing we're getting with the Ray-Ban Metas, but now with a new sense of style, and they're continuing to improve on that Meta AI. Now, I honestly never had any interest in these products at all until I got my hands on a pair, and then I fell in love. The Ray-Ban Metas also sold quite well, even outside of the normal tech community, so this additional expansion is most likely good news. But let's get to the main story, the potential leak of a brand new Quest 3S headset that carries the official Microsoft branding. Now, supposedly, we got a picture from a Best Buy employee, and the leaked information states that this is a normal Meta Quest 3S that comes with an official Microsoft gamepad and a green-colored Elite head strap. This is the 128GB model, and it will be priced at $400, which at first glance does sound more expensive, but when you include the controller and Elite strap, it's actually about $100 cheaper than if you were to buy these things individually. Now, this also supposedly includes 3 months of Xbox Game Pass, and the headset's releasing this week, but I wouldn't be surprised if all of these leaks and rumors are 100% true. It's hard to stop when someone physically has the box in their hand and it's going on sale in the near future. It's hard to stop that information from spreading. Additionally, these secrets just never stay internal. And on top of that, it was stated a long time ago that both Meta and Microsoft were working together on an officially licensed branded headset that would include one of these controllers. They said that, they said that was their intention. They wanted to make it a great new device to use Game Pass on, and Microsoft's whole point these days is game anywhere. Game on your little handheld, game on your Quest, game on your PC, game on an Xbox if you still want to buy hardware. That's their whole thing, just game everywhere. They want to get every single person on Game Pass. So it's a solid product. It has a lot to offer, and I think we'll be seeing this in the near future. It just won't be the Quest Box 360 that I picked up at the beginning of the video. And that was everything I had to talk about today, guys. If you enjoyed it, thumbs up. If you're new here, please consider subscribing. I always love hearing your feedback down in the comments. Also, I'm trying to work out a game night, so please let me know if you're interested in a game night. This would be on Eastern Standard Time, probably around 8 p.m. What day works between Monday and Friday? Not weekends, Monday and Friday. Let me know that too in the comments, or anything else you want me to cover like normal. All right, I'll see you guys on next time.